American name, and she is. I would assume either. I don't know. I mean,
I'm
what?
sending ice. I'm sending ice. What's the address?
I'm not giving anybody my address. You're going to pull up on me too.
Oh, you right. That's the wrong word.
Don't you dare get on cam
No,
and show me your gun.
you right. You right. That
Like
was the
to
wrong.
look up
I
guys.
have a question for you guys. How you know the queen bee from any other bees? Does
I,
anybody know?
I've been thinking that
That
the
They
whole
have a
time, Keith.
distinct set of wings. They're big, and all the worker bees are around them. I think
Yeah,
Jonathan
Okay.
can tell.
she's bigger too, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah, she's bigger.
Okay.
Episode of National Geographic, right?
Yeah, we need narration. Daphne, narrate.
We see Jonathan Bing
Find this.
as he is smoking the bees out their hive. What he is
Yo,
currently
get out of here, Rico.
he is
See, what y'all
currently
don't
Eee.
know
he is
is that's
currently looking
actually
for the
marijuana
queen
smoke.
bee.
That's what, man.
He's
Daphne,
getting high.
you took the words out my head. I was just thinking that.
He's getting the bees stoned.
Yes, as you see, beekeeper Bing is currently looking for more smoke. The smoke is actually very important to go ahead and ward off the bees as he digs deep into the hive looking for the queen bee. Confused and dazed, he is still searching for the bee.
So after you get stung so many times, you kind of get immune to it,
I'm
right?
not gonna lie, Rico, that was fantastic.
Gonna
Was
say
pretty
that. Keep
good.
going, Rico.
Yeah, man,
Uh,
keep going. That was content right there.
I would love for Joseph to do that too. Joseph, can't wait to hear you. Joseph.
So if y'all are paying attention, fascinating. He is making his way down to the levels of the beehive. Currently, he is lifting the top of the beehive to see if he can gain access to locate the queen bee.
Joseph, your turn.
Struggling to lift up one of them, he sees that it is covered. Fascinating. Look at that color. It is brown as bean.
Are those all them bees? That's bees, right?
I don't think it's bees. It just, no.
Oh my god, Rico, keep going if you can.
Yeah, stay with the voice.
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I messed up. Confused at what he is looking at, he sets it to the side to see the coloration is not the color that he wants as he's in the third level of the hive. As we get further, you see the lighter color. Oh my God, he has found something fascinating. Looking at the hive, searching for the queen bee, he sees nothing. Will he be able to locate the bee? The queen bee, that is. As you see to the right of him, the smoke is slowly dissipating as there are no more smoke left in the canister. So he is a race against time to locate the queen bee, frantically searching for the next slot to find this bee. As you take a closer look, this one is full of different worker bees. As he comes towards the camera, you see the many worker bees, but amongst
Ow.
them is no queen bee. Will he be able to locate the bee? Hmm.
Oh, Rico.
As he is still working towards the next level of the slot, I can only assume he has a ways to go to find this queen bee as she is hiding, and you will see more bees. Oh my God, look at this, guys. That is a beauty. You see the bees all clustered, totally ignoring beekeeper Bing. This is fascinating. Puts the slot back in because you do not want to disturb the bees so much as you look for their queen. It's very important to have the bees calm as he is running out of smoke. At this point, time is not on his side with the smoke. Will he be able to locate this bee? As you see the clusters of bees protecting that hive, producing the honeycomb that we do enjoy today amongst different regions, you will notice that he is confused looking for this bee amongst the clusters of bees that are on this honeycomb. Now, if you did not pay attention, he must locate the queen bee to mark the bee so he'll be able to locate this bee at all times. But if you cannot find the bee, we can only assume the bee is dead. No, I'm messing with you.
I'm like, damn, come on.
Good night.
Hey, I thought he was telling the truth.
No,
Don't
if the
give up
queen,
on me, baby. It'll all work out sometime. Just keep looking for the queen in that hive.
Yes, we are currently still looking for that bee amongst millions of bees in this hive. Will he find it in this slot or will he go down to the fourth level? We can only imagine what he will discover as he gets lower into the hive. If he's not able to locate the bee, he will have to move the bees aside just to guarantee he has the correct queen bee amongst the other bees. He puts the slot back down. He looks for the smoke. He needs to smoke them out. But the queen bee is not fooled. As you see what he is wearing, a protective white suit, almost of a jumpsuit of some sort. Clearly, it's not penetrable because he has not yet been stung by the bees. Now, as you see this one, this is fascinating. You see this slot that he has taken out with the cluster of bees with a little honeycomb on the side that you see. If he turns around, you will be able to see the clusters of bees. He has located it.
You guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you, Miss.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you,
There's
Beekeeper
one
Bing.
thing that's concerning on this. That's normally concerning if you look at it. Um, they they made a practice swarm cell where I'm gonna show you guys. Give me one moment. I just gotta make sure the queen's not on here. Um,
As Jonathan has just informed us that there might be an issue where the bees have colonized and made a swarm cell. I don't know what that means, but we will further get explanation later. But we have ran into an issue. Hopefully, the queen bee is not amongst the swarm. I can only assume that means danger.
First of all, this is a beautiful frame right here, guys. Everything you need to see on this frame is here. And the queen was here recently because she laid eggs, and I see a lot of lava. So I want to show you guys something. Once I make sure the queen's still not here.
We were just informed that the queen has now laid a new batch of eggs.
All right, so
Currently, he's putting it back down in there. Make sure he does not locate the queen within there. But the queen has.
so right here at the bottom, that little peanut-like thing, there's a little peanut-like thing right there.
Yeah.
All right, that little thing right there, that's what they use to make another queen. Okay, but and that will be concerning. But it has a hole at the bottom of it, which means it's just a practice cell, which they do all the time. That little hole right there lets me know that they're not planning on leaving. So this is called a swarm cell. Okay, this little hole, that right there, that peanut thing, lets me know that that's a swarm cell. This is what they use to make other queens, but it has a hole in it. They didn't cap it, so that they didn't put a queen in there. There's not a larvae in there. There's nothing in there. So since there's nothing in there, I don't have to be concerned about that. But if they had put something in there, what I would do is then at that point I would actually have to take preventative measures to prevent the swarm from leaving the box. But they didn't do anything. So
As we just heard, they are revolting by creating a new queen. The
this is
queen
actually
has
a
not,
great hive.
the queen has not yet been located, but we just got word that a swarm cell and a revolt to make a new queen has appeared, but they did not finish the job. So we are still in search of the queen bee from Beekeeper Bee.
I found a queen. I found a queen.
Eureka!
Yay!
He
She's
Yay!
has
marked
There you
already.
located the
go.
queen.
Eureka,
She's
Eureka.
marked. Let me show you
So
guys
wait,
the
when you
queen.
find the queen, what do you do with the queen? Do you kill a queen? What do you do?
No, Billy, baby.
No.
No, he's
No,
gonna
he's
extract her
I
he's
found the
marking
queen.
her
and mark
And
her.
then what?
so
Currently,
that he needs to inspect it, and so this way, when he
No,
goes
no.
back
You
to
know
the
what? I'm putting it back in there. First and foremost, I found the queen, and she's marked. I'm gonna see if I can show it to you guys. One second, hold on.
What do you do
exciting
with the
news.
queen when you find it?
He
You
Exciting
just
news.
marked it.
He has
Mark.
located the
You
queen,
mark the queen.
and the queen has been marked, he said. This is great news. The hive is still intact. A new queen has not been made, and he has located the original queen bee.
He must have
Beekeeper,
somebody else queen. Why is it already marked?
that is an interesting
Because
question.
wait,
he
wait, wait.
bought the set of
Okay.
bees
You know
and they
what?
would mark the queen.
He said it's already marked. Did
No,
Yes.
he
Correct.
marked her.
So what he's currently doing is trying to make sure he can.
They're angry, guys. They're angry now. Can you guys hear me?
I'd
Yep.
be angry
I
too.
can't.
Yes,
I
yeah.
can't
Yes.
get
beekeeper
close to the
Bing, we
queen.
can hear you.
I found the queen. I don't have to mark her. She's marked. That queen, I forgot. I brought out a blue marker because blue is for this year. That queen is from last year, and I forgot she's overwintered. So the queen is marked and she's green. So I have a marked queen. So I don't even have to mark my queen. She's there. Okay.
Of what?
So now all
Exciting
I have to
news.
do, I'm not gonna look for the queen no more. Now that I did that, I can just go through this hive.
So great news. He has located the
And
queen.
matter of fact, I'm gonna close this thing up here. I'm gonna go to the bottom just to see what they got going on at the bottom.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
So it's a great news that we have just been informed by beekeeper Bing. He
I
has
found the
located the queen.
queen. Wow.
What
Man, oh
seemed
man.
impossible, he has located the queen, which seemed impossible, but he has found the queen. Now he's doing his further inspections just to see what has been produced. He will make his way down to the bottom layer of the hive, but the queen is marked with green. Currently,
Oh,
as you
you're
see,
making my day. You are so making my day.
And the birds chirping in the background just add to it.
It's perfect.
it
National.
makes me feel like I'm in nature.
yes,
I'm just so happy right now.
as you see, the bees are a little angry because the queen has been located. As they try to protect the queen, he puts back in each cell to make his way to inspect the rest of the cells.
Guys,
Exciting.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna leave this hive alone. And the reason I'm gonna leave this hive alone is because I found the queen.
So he puts everything back intact, placed back where it was, and let the bees continue being worker bees, busy bees, as we would say, as Jonathan Bing, Beankeeper Bing, moves on to the next hive to locate the second queen. Fascinating.
I'm watching it in full screen. Is anyone else in full screen?
Me, I am.
So cool.
Oh, I forgot about.
My whole household is gathered around the phone now.
That's wonderful.
Go, Enrico.
As you see, he is closing the top, and a job well done. Job
Yay.
finished.
How do you make it full screen?
Tap on the picture in the upper right corner. You're going to see arrows going diagonally
All right,
down.
so anyway, I found the queen in there. All right.
I see a thing.
And I'm gonna leave that hive alone. Because it's the hardest hive to get to. But I'm gonna focus on this hive. Now, this is what I'm looking for. All right, so I found the queen, guys. Hopefully this queen is marked as well. That queen was
Ah,
marked already. So, wow, that was great.
So as
That was great.
JB Bing, Beekeeper Bing, known around his neighborhood, Beekeeper Bing now moves on to the next hive in hopes that the bee, queen bee, is already marked and easy to locate, but he has some work cut out. He has to make his way from the top to the
I
bottom
found the queen. Wow.
on a journey to find Queen Bee number 2.
I got it.
What are you witnessing right now? He is making his way from the top, smoking the bees out just so he does not get stung.
Whew.
This might aggravate the bees, but Jonathan Bing is protected, as you see on the screen, a mesh mask with a white suit to protect from being stung. He has uncovered the top, carefully placing the top to the side and removing excess bee or any excess on
Can you
him.
guys see?
Yes, we
Yes.
can see.
All
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
This box, once again, it shouldn't be much in this box up here, because this is the honey box, okay? And these bees haven't them, even though they're making honey, they haven't had enough time to use this box. That right there, that hive is a very healthy hive. I always thought this was my healthiest hive, and hopefully it is. But just want to see what they're doing here.
As Jonathan removes each cell in hopes that this hive is as healthy as the first one, he does an inspection.
Just want to see if they're doing anything with this.
Now, this is a new hive, so we suspect we won't see much activity, but it is very important to make sure the queen bee is alive and well.
Oh wow, they're building it out. They're building it out, guys.
As you see, they are now building out the comb. They are working quite quickly, which should be profitable down the line as he unlocks each cell and inspects them.
All right, it's not much in here. I'm going to go ahead and take this off.
So he now makes his way to the second half of the beehive. What he uncovers, we will not know.
All righty then. I'm going to put this right here.
It is very important that he carefully places each cell to the side to know that there will not be damage when he assembles the hive back. As you are witnessing right now, he is removing a yellow, thin, plastic, mesh like material that has bees that's protective of each cell and placing that aside. Currently, the bees are being agitated, but that's not going to stop Beekeeper Bing from making his way downtown. Downtown, the beehive.
Full screen is the way to go, guys. Put it in full screen.
Hey, Jonathan, if you can hear me, do the loose bees eventually go back to the hive or they just go away somewhere else?
They go back.
Into
They
the
go
hive?
with the queen. Yeah, that's why she's so important. They go wherever she is.
And that's why he doesn't want the other peanut hives being built so that the bees don't leave.
As you see, he is currently unlocking each cell to properly inspect, just to see if there are activities in this new hive with this new queen. As you see, by inspecting it, there's very little bees on this one, but the hive and the comb is alive and well. These bees are working faster than normal. As he moves, you will notice that each cell becomes lighter. With each bee cell, you will see more bees.
Guys, this is not my strongest hive. I thought this was my strongest hive. It's not.
As he carefully inspects
In
each
fact, this
one,
hive, I'm a little concerned now.
he realized this hive may not be his strongest hive. With concern, he carefully
I'm
inspects.
actually very concerned.
Why are you concerned? Can you hear us?
No, he can't.
Got this, JB. You got this.
With high level concern, he's in hopes that he will locate the queen bee and everything is all right with cells. But carefully inspecting, he noticed
Guys,
it's
all that white stuff up top there, that's honey. Okay? This hive is
Wow.
laying a lot of honey. I don't see a lot of brood, and I'm a bit concerned.
A lot of what?
as you see, it has made a lot of honey, but
I
not a lot
definitely
of
got
brood.
to find the queen in this hive.
Oh, I thought I was on mute. Jonathan, explain brood for Maria.
I don't think he can hear us, Daphne.
Now, frantically trying to find the queen, he needs to make sure that things are going as it needs to be. Noticing honey is being made, but not a lot of root.
Jonathan, lick it.
We can't hear you.
I
He
know.
cuts into the comb to see what is being produced, to see if there are any issues with each comb
Ooh, he's scraping
being
honey for
produced.
us.
I'm putting my order for the honey.
Right? I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
Concerned,
Is that that little peanut thing he was talking about on the other one?
That the peanut thing is the second queen bee that
The
they were
swarm,
forming.
the swarm
as
hive.
right as he cuts into the comb, he's noticing certain things that can be an issue.
So he's brushing the bees off so they don't get hurt. I don't know what the hell he's doing now.
That's that thing that was on the other one that he said is like a practice.
The cell.
Yeah, for the swarm hive.
Gotcha.
So it looks like the queen bee is still not located, but the bees are revolting, creating more pods for other bees to create a queen bee. Hopefully, this is not the case. It would be detrimental for the survival of this hive. Frantically cutting the excess off each hive and setting aside the waste of that hive, he carefully inspects each one. Notice the bees are still there. They are not moved and they are not aggravated. As beekeeper being gently and carefully handles his hive, will he be able to find the queen bee in time?
Does anybody know how another queen bee is made? Like, are you talking about mating? Like, how do you make another
There's
queen bee?
tons of them.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, so it's not until they're fed the royal jelly. I'm telling you, this thing's so fucking fascinating. Jonathan's so far down the rabbit hole. You guys know how he does. And so, yeah, like, I
What
guess there's lots of them.
What do you mean jelly?
Is royal jelly. So there's the royal jelly and honey. They're two separate substances that the bees create, and the royal jelly goes. They feed that to the queen, and that's what makes her the queen, right? And so they have all these other ones that are just sitting in there, sort of waiting, I guess, in their little cells. And I don't know all the things. I think he'd probably better explain it than I could at this point.
As you see, he is concerned that it has now made royal jelly or, or honey, not to be confused with royal honey, an additive for the bedroom.
I'm sorry, what? No, I'm just kidding.
Hold
You're so
on.
funny,
Huh?
Rico.
Did you say?
Hilarious. He's slipping it in on you guys.
Yeah, very go. Keep going.
Concerned with the hive, he cuts off the excess. Will he be able to locate the queen bee in time? Will he be able to save this hive? Concerned and carefully inspecting this comb, he realized it is not producing as he wants it to be. But we will move further down the layers to hopefully create space for the queen bee to be located and marked. With any luck, the bee is already marked. and the queen bee will survive. Will he be able to locate the queen bee? Only time will tell.
La, 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 la.
As he previously mentioned, this is not his strongest hive. Couple of issues as we tune in to see exactly what is going on with each cell. He carefully replaces and moves each one out, inspecting it. As you see currently in his hand, there is a cell that has multiple bees, but may not look healthy as he inspects it. Look at that comb. As you see the white part at the top, that is honey being produced by the worker bees. The bees are unfazed as they are not swarming as they once did. They find beekeeper being not a threat. He is now part of them.
It sounds like you commentating a golf match.
Well, in this case, for safety, my voice have to be calm and soothing to the bees.
Man, get out of here, man.
It sounds like National Geographic.
I
Hey,
have a
Rico,
lot of bee questions.
Yes, as
Right?
this is a perfect what you call it? You got the honey on the side. That's how they do it. They put the honey right here. That's honey up there. That's bee bread. That's brood. That's perfect. And they also have those practice cells, which isn't concerning. I'm gonna get
Jonathan,
rid of
talk
them
about the
though.
brood.
as you heard from beekeeper Bing, they have a whole bunch of cells or pods where they are trying to create multiple queen bees. Hopefully, he will be able to remove the access of each hive to go ahead and create a healthy environment for the queen bee. Currently, this cell right here is perfectly created where you will see the honey in the comb, not to be
Oh my gosh,
fused
those
with
things are.
sugar. As he plucks off each one that are potential queen bees, he removes them to show the rest of the bees who's the boss. It is beekeeper Bing.
Sorry, keep going.
Rico, remind me about the smoke. What's that about? I forgot.
Well, currently the smoke is to ward off the extra bees that are swarming around the hive. This doesn't agitate them, but it calms them to remove them from the situation of each honeycomb. So beekeeper Bing does not get stung. Even though he is wearing a protective outfit with a mesh mask, we don't know what could happen. But for his protection and safety, the smoke is very important for his beekeeping health.
I can't do the voice,
Okay.
but Rico, he also said the smoke is to interrupt their communication because they communicate through pheromones. So the smoke messes up the scent.
That is absolutely
That is correct.
correct. As you see, he applies more smoke. They're communicating and he wants to disrupt them.
Bro, you could really do this. Like, you might want to look into this because you got a skill set for that. Serious, you really got a skill set.
Really? It's really good, Rico.
I think this is so cool.
And I think JB is going to love it because they're recording it.
This is so much better than
Yay!
fighting.
A massive moon, Rico. Thank you.
Isn't it though?
As he makes his way through each cell, he notices the comb. He looks at it and inspects the comb with care. As you see the white part at the top, that is honey being created. Still in search of the queen bee, but has not located the bee yet. He has a ways to go. But as you see on this one, they are creating more queen bees, and hopefully they have not succeeded because there's only one room for one queen bee. He would continue to scrape off the edges of these pods where the queen bee is possibly created and discards them. Inspecting further of the cell, noticing the honeycomb is
This frame is
okay.
all honey. That honey right there, that
Lick it.
honey's ready to be eaten.
Take a bite.
How do you harvest it? Does he just scrapes it? Do you just scrape it off?
Yeah, there's a
You had to get a
tool.
centrifuge. It's a thing you put them in and it spin it.
As you see, this cell and this comb has created beautiful honey, not yet ready for consumers, but
You,
producing beautifully.
and you can actually eat the comb as well. You don't have to get it extracted out. You, not everyone does. I'm just saying.
As you see on the screen, Beekeeper Bean is still inspecting each one to make sure they're carefully placed back into its respective spaces, not to disrupt the flow of the worker bees as they work frantically to create and produce honey. Whatever you're witnessing right now is Beekeeper Bean removing excess pods that create other queen bees and carefully placing the bees back. As you notice on the screen, you do not see multiple bees flying around at the time due to communication has been interrupted and they are not angry or agitated. He is beautifully handling this situation and the care of this hive. Although there is concern locating the queen bee and the survival of this hive, he will continue down to the next level of the hive to uncover the mysteries below. He has successfully lodged back in each cell in its respective places. And what you're going to witness is him move one cell upside to get to now the next level.
Daphne, are you doing this too?
I am. I am. I'm so excited. Actually. Yeah. So my bees are on the way. I'm a little nervous, but I mean, how hard can be? Boys do it. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It looks no, it looks like so much fun. So
As you see, we are now moving on to the next level. He has carefully and safely dislodged.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
As you
I
see the
know,
next
right?
level,
That's why I was like, no, Jonathan, get him started. Then I'll like I was like, you first.
as you see the multiple bees out of there, he smokes the bees for his safety. In order for him to go down into each cell, he has to remove the bees carefully so they do not get agitated. If the bees get agitated, it can cause a problem for Jonathan Bean. Carefully removing each one as he makes his way down to the final level.
You're so good.
You have another question.
They haven't touched this shit.
What's your question?
The bees could travel between layers, right? There's no solid ground like a layer separating these two layers that like the one he took off. they could travel to first floor, second floor, so to speak?
I believe so.
That's
Yes,
what
they can.
Correct.
Who was
because then
that?
I'm
I
wondering
don't think
about
he can hear you, Maria, if you're
what
asking him. I
what,
don't think he
Mariana?
can. I don't think he can hear you from here.
I was asking anyone in the room, and I think
Oh,
No,
okay,
the
okay.
bees can go between level. Yeah, once they're in the same box, they can go between levels.
As we make our way down to the bottom layer, you will notice each cell does not have as much production as the top layers. Jonathan takes us in for a closer look.
oh my god.
Okay, Jonathan, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
I talked to us about the brood.
The what?
The brood.
Oh, damn, you guys are real low. That's why I can hear you guys. Oh, this brood right there, I'm going to show you guys. So they don't like this frame. I got to figure out how to replace that frame. They haven't built on that frame at all. Okay. But right here, you see them? I got to get them off of that. Is the queen right here? For them to be buried like that, that's crazy.
Oh God, so many of them.
As you see, Jonathan carefully removes the bees.
Oh, look at he's got.
While he is in search and locating the queen bee, concerns arise.
What the hell? No, they're buried over here as well.
So good thing you're inspecting today, right?
So anyway, yeah. So anyway, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to. So as I pull these things out, guys, bear with me.
Do you feel like you want to eat some of it though, Jonathan? For real?
What, the honey?
Yes.
No,
I
not
would
yet.
like. I would want some.
They you can't. They work their asses off. They haven't made the extra yet. Okay. Now this is when Daphne's talking about brood. I'm gonna show you guys brood right now. Okay. All right. This is brood. Okay. This is a brood frame. That's all that is eggs, and it's covered up. The queen laid all of that, so it's definitely a queen here. Okay. I just want to be able to grab this thing. There you go. It's definitely a queen here. Um,
God.
I just gotta find out where she's at.
It's like a needle in a haystack to me.
Yeah, it is a needle in a haystack. There's another one of those practice cells. I'm gonna squash it out of here. Oh, shit. I gotta repair that. I don't care. I gotta repair that.
What you are witnessing is a cell with bees on it that creates larvae with multiple eggs by the queen. The queen must be near.
There's so many, all that brown stuff that you guys see there, that's
So
all brood.
soothing.
You guys here, I'm gonna show you guys something. When I say brood, you see that stuff right there, the stuff that covered cells. You guys see those cells that's covered like tan? You guys see that stuff?
Yes.
Okay, those are all eggs. They're covered up. Those are all going to become bees. Now, when I flip it over, because I don't see any drones. Okay.
Ouch.
All right, when I
We're
flip it over,
okay. We're okay.
it fell. Not yet. All right, I don't know why that fell, but hey, it did. Now, when I flip it over, all right, on this side, what you guys are going to see is you see that little, you see at the top, you see those little things sticking up there? The little,
Cameras
Cur-
turned back way.
Yeah,
All we're
me
seeing
current,
too.
is your suit.
oh, my suit. Gotcha. Okay,
currently,
wrong way.
we are looking at beekeepers being stomach as we are trying to locate
Okay, there it
where
is. All right, so you guys see, all right, so right there. Now you guys see at the very top, there's one, two, three, four little lumps. You see that?
Yes, I
Yeah,
see
I'll
it.
show it to you. These things right here. One,
Yes.
those
Yeah,
things right there.
yeah,
Those are
Yes.
male
yeah.
bees. Those are male bees.
How do
So
we know that they're male bees?
because they're sticking out. If they weren't male bees, they wouldn't be sticking out.
Okay.
Just like men, right?
Male,
Just like men.
yeah,
Exactly. Nothing bad about that. Not
yeah.
complaining.
So yeah, male bees are bigger. So they got to be, they got to make the cells bigger for them. So that's what they do. So here, This
As
is
Jonathan,
brood.
he inspects each cell while he's looking at brood, noticing the three cells that are sticking out. Those are male bees, which
So
create.
they don't want to make a lot of male bees because they don't do shit. All they do is go out and have sex and die.
Yep.
Okay. So you don't want to, but they use up a lot of energy, a lot of resources. As you said, resources.
Currently, as we discovered, the male bees tend to have sex and die.
As they should.
Wait, what?
Man, give me your phone, man.
Sounds like a sounds like a great that sounds like a great
Wild.
life to me, right? That's a great life.
No, they wow, they only have sex one time and then die. True, that's not a
That
great
Oh,
life.
just doesn't
Womp
seem
womp.
That
fair.
is
You know,
absolutely not
Oh
no.
fair.
no, really?
They what they do is they connect with the queen bee that flies. They gotta go out. Only thing they do is they leave every day, and really there's like areas they're called drone areas, and bees establish them, and so all the bees go hang out there. And what they do is they wait for a queen, an unmated queen, to fly by, and then they go mate with her. And so mating with her, what they do is they
How
actually,
many how many mate with the queen, JB?
huh?
How many mate with the queen?
Oh, she's a little hoe. She makes with probably
Ah,
about
she a big hoe.
yeah yeah.
No, no, she's androgynous. She mates with, she's male androgyny.
No, she does. She mate with males. Okay, and so what she does is when they fly by, okay, they actually when they fly by, they hook up with her, and when they hook up with her, they actually they as soon as they hook up with her, they have sex, and when they ejaculate, their nuts explode
Oh my
and it
god.
kills them.
Wait a minute.
Oh wow, that sounds
Wait,
Kind of
horrible.
wait.
sounds like the ultimate orgasm, because isn't
that's
that
a
mean
great
little
one.
death anyway?
He said
You're
they
right.
explode. I mean,
That's a
damn,
great
That
one.
none of those are the appropriate terms, by the way.
That's
Sorry.
painful. That's
Well,
What we
really
orgasm
painful.
comes from the Latin term that means little death, so I guess it came from nature anyway.
what we
So they
have
die
discovered,
immediately after orgasm? Like that's like immediate death?
Yeah.
Yep.
At least they die smiling.
breaking
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
news,
Hopefully,
Hey, two. Hey, they were big smile.
so
breaking news.
Honey Nut Cheerio.
does the
hopefully,
diversity of DNA determine how many like worker bees are
Yeah,
produced
well,
and male,
no, they're
male
all
bees?
female. All worker bees are female.
Right. So how is it selected to what, how many worker bees, how many male bees? Is that just natural selection, or is there something that determines how many are produced?
The queen just does it on her own.
It's by the luck of the nut.
Oh,
The
I
queen
hate
does it.
when
No,
The
no,
queen just,
he just said the estrogen eggs decide, which we found out is true with humans. Nothing personal, men.
no, the queen, if she needs, she'll lay drones. Like and so what she does is she'll lay the drones, and now, and she's the only one. And so, excuse me, guys.
As we discovered, the male bees go to a local hangout spot waiting for a suitor as the queen bee chooses the male suitor.
No, they don't. She don't queen choose anything. They fly up.
They fly up.
They fly up attached to her, and then they
and then men.
oh my gosh,
That
they
is an
fly up.
interesting way to get laid.
Guys,
Sound like
I'm seeing. Let me see something. If I see some eggs in here, I'm just gonna stop.
So, correction, the queen flies up and they attach themselves to the queen, impregnating the queen
Oh,
and meeting the ultimate fate.
And apparently, the queen holds the sperm until it's time to.
Yes.
How does that go,
She does
Jonathan?
one mating flight. She does one mating flight, and she mates with a whole bunch of drones until it's time to go out there. That's bee bread.
sound like some P Diddy's type of stuff, right?
So
So what it
What?
sound like?
the queen
Hey,
goes out as
Rico, I'm in your neck of the woods right now, man.
where you at?
Over here near the colony right now.
Hey, I'm about to get out the house. What you about to do?
What Nah, shit. Which way you headed?
I was heading to Kroger's, but where you where you at in the colony?
Oh shit! I'm over here off of what this is. I'm off of 121 and Memorial
Man,
and Main Street.
Okay, well shoot, I'm about to get dressed and head out. If you want to meet up, we can.
Yeah, man. Let grab a stiff one.
Yeah.
Grab a drink
I'm
right
sorry,
quick.
what was that, Marty?
A stiff drink. A stiff drink. A
Pa-
stiff drink.
Pause.
Good
Put a
lord.
pause in
oh,
that.
Oh.
I'm always
That's
open to
two for
grabbing a
Y'all
two
stiff
today,
playing, man.
one.
Y'all
Marty. Two
playing.
for two
Hey,
today.
yo, Marty, you like that? That's crazy, bro.
Yo, y'all crazy.
Hey,
Y'all
grab a
crazy.
stiff one is crazy.
Love you, brother.
Why
Love
that one
you.
don't have anything? Why that one don't have anything on it? What's wrong with that one? Don't have anything on it.
Uh,
oh,
Yeah,
they haven't
yeah,
started building out.
Jonathan, what's
They
up
don't.
with that?
They haven't started building out on it. They don't like it. Obviously, I'm going to. They should have. They don't like it. So they don't like it. For whatever reason, they don't like it. It's wax, but they should. They don't like it.
That's the one you made. You made that one, JB?
What's that?
You said you made one or something like that?
No. I bought all these highs, man. I cheat. I go ahead and I buy the stuff. I said, look, I'm not gonna look for that queen. I saw enough. They got eggs in there. They got larvae in there. Uh, they got all that stuff in there. This hive, that hive over there, is far stronger than this hive. I thought this hive was the strongest hive. I've been giving it this much attention. That hive is kicking this hive's ass by far. And it's
How do
just
we
like
know
that hive
what
is
makes them?
far.
Well, tell them
Huh?
how lazy they're being, JB, and maybe they'll step it up a little bit.
No, and this hive goes through so much sugar water. And I'm thinking like, oh wow, they're killing it. They're killing it. But
They over
the
there
other
high on
hive,
that sugar water. That's what's the problem. They over there sucking all that damn sugar water down. They ain't getting no work done. That's what's happening.
that they drunk off of sugar water.
They drunk off that sugar water.
Well, it might be because they have two panes they're not using, so they're deprived some of their space to make food.
huh?
So if they're deprived that space on those panes, would it decrease their production and that be why they're using more sugar water? Or are there other reasons?
No, sugar water. They use that to make the build up the wax.
As we witnessed, Jonathan, beekeeper P, has come to a halt, realizing the hive is not producing as it must. As he assembles the hive back together, one can only ponder, is the queen doing her job?
Queen's on a job.
I got a question. What happens if the new queen, if they did create one where a new queen was made, would the old queen get exiled?
Um, uh, they would have to go kill the new. The only way they would make a new queen is that new queen shows weakness, signs of weakness, isn't laying eggs the right way.
Mm.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, if the queens, if the new queens are doing a job, they're gonna exile her ass. They're gonna keep. They ain't gonna exile her. They don't do the exiling shit.
Mm-hmm.
They kill.
Oh,
Wow.
it was like, listen here, queen, you got all these daughters, and you ain't doing your job. So Daphne, you ready to make your hive?
I am. I don't know if I'll be as cute as John is in that damn suit though.
Man, no. So, so
Mr. Bizzle.
So what made you decide you wanted to do create some hives and be beekeeper being?
cocaine.
Oh, that would do it.
It happened in private beta, right, Jonathan?
Yes. Who's that?
I think
This
he
is
fell in love
Maria.
with
Yeah.
yeah, the bees.
Yeah, I feel like it's last year again. Only it's this year now.
All right. So there you go, guys. Let me see. So I'm just trying to get these things off because I don't want to kill a lot of them. Because these,
So the
so,
smoke will kill them?
so there is
no,
casualties of war in this, right?
no. When I don't want to squish them.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I just put that on there.
So each of those have three tiers, right?
Huh?
Each of those have three tiers.
What? No, no. You put the tears on.
Oh.
It's frames. Let me just put this on now. And I can put this right here back on.
So now that they're not producing like you thought they were, do you now take away their sugar water privileges?
Uh, you know what? I probably should take away the sugar water, but I'm just doing that so they can build out the frames.
Right.
Now I know people produce different types of honey, like the wildflower honey. It's different types of honey. How do you decide, or how is it determined what type of honey the bees make?
I don't decide. They decide.
Yeah, they normally from what I've understood, the type of honey they produce is based off of the region that they're being created. That's what the dude told me when I tried to get some honey. He was like, "Yeah, we serve wildflower honey because it's based off the region we're in, where the bees are being making the honeycombs and the honey. So, depending on the region that you're in, the honey that's what determines what kind of honey it is.
Oh, I thought it was the pollen they
The
collect.
pollen, the
Yeah,
flowers,
but it's,
flower.
yes, it's the pollen and it's based on your region.
Region,
Because
yeah.
clearly, you know, what I mean, you're not going to get pollen from I don't know, maybe, but pollen from Philly all the way to Texas.
Correct.
That's, you know what, you guys, all bullshit aside, this is so educational. I know that it's good, like if you get local honey, if you have like allergy issues,
Hmm.
that it's good. They say to take a tablespoon a day of it, and it'll help your allergy. So this is really cool to actually really, get some feedback on the honey.
Right.
Oh, honey's amazing. Did you guys? It's more than a superfood. It's one of the only things that
Oh man, this bee's dead.
Oh
sustain
man,
life on its own.
Right there, that bee's died. It's dead.
Aw.
Yeah, see it.
damn,
Where is it?
damn, bro.
Yeah, that bee's dead.
Look at him, he's struggling.
No,
That's
and
not a that's
it's
not
stung.
the
It went
queen
to
bee,
stung.
is it?
No, it stung something in my suit. You see the thing dragging behind it?
Yeah, his
Hmm.
little.
Yeah. So
So
yeah.
when they lose their stinger, that means they die,
No,
right?
they didn't lose their stinger. See
Yeah,
that?
see
It's
there.
that.
Ew, his guts just come out with it. Barf. I
Yeah.
can't watch.
See, there it
Sorry.
is.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
It's
Oh
over. It's over. The
yeah,
life.
Ah,
That's the end of life for that bee.
that was too much for me. We got to put explicit on here.
yeah.
Poor little thing.
Yeah, that bee's gone. I should have grabbed it, showed this to you guys. And let's see right here. Any male bees out? See how you see how they took that bee and put it right there? You
Hmm.
see that bee's fucked up, right? They
Yeah.
put it right there. That bee's dead. They kicked it out the hive because it's hurt.
Damn. They're
They
like,
they they're efficient. That's what the morticians do.
so the ones on the edge are the kickers.
They know they're the bouncers. They
Okay, they're the bouncers. All right, all right. They're like,
so
man, you can't come in this club anymore.
so they watch the gate, the door. So yeah, these more they so now I didn't find the
Oh,
king
you're
no
so
more.
squeaky.
So technically, that club is not jumping like it used to.
No, this
Oh,
is the jumping club right there.
yeah, that's the jumping one.
Yeah, that club jumping.
Yeah.
This club
What
right
killed
here,
that bee? What killed that bee, JB?
it
Cause
stung me.
he's
It stung my gloves or something like that. It stung my gloves. It stung my gloves. It shouldn't have stung shit. It was on this. It was defending the hive, and
Mhm.
so it stung me. Um,
So is that
So
the
it's a
thing that you put
soldier.
the sugar water in?
huh?
What you just now removed from the hive, is that where you put the sugar water in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is sugar water right here.
Hmm.
So what I'm doing is actually, I don't want to put it up there. I'm gonna put it right here.
Jonathan, like, man, since I killed one of your homies, man, here, go ahead and get some sugar water.
Yeah. Now they killed themselves. I don't know
Yeah.
why. They just decided that it wanted to sting me. It's protecting the hive, but yeah, so
How thick is that sugar water? Is it pretty thick, or is it just like
No.
no?
no, it's one and one.
Okay.
Every 1 cup of sugar is 1 cup of water.
Okay.
So that's what it is. So I take it and I put it up. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Let me grab this thing. So see, they not even look. They don't even care about this right here. They usually care about that. So now they're trying to figure out what the hell happened. Like, yo, this motherfucker came up with my shit again. We gotta do something. So I grabbed that wax.
That Jonathan went over there and shot up the club.
Yeah, yeah, out because I probably killed like 80 of them, 100 of them, and so they're like, yo, this motherfucker, yo, he came, grabbed our shit up again. What we gonna do? Like I told you. They said we should have got up out of here when I saw what color he was. So yeah, so they're sitting there trying to get their life back together. What time is it? I gotta get down to the shore.
For you, it's 6 o'clock.
Okay, good. I gotta get down to the shore because I might stay down there tonight. Um, Give me one moment here. Yeah, so drop this shit all over the place. Ah, oh fudge. Hopefully I don't drop this shit. Hopefully I don't drop this shit. All right, so with that being said, I accomplished a few things. You guys want to see me in a bee suit? There I am on a bee suit. Ay, ay, ay.
Hey, quick question. Why was that one queen already marked? Did that come from somebody else marked it last year?
Yeah, I bought like to buy a box of bees. It's like $250, right? So I actually, whoa, did I bring a bee inside this house? Oh, well,
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta smoke yourself before you come in.
yeah, yeah, you gotta watch these little fuckers. They're vengeful. Like I'm waiting for the hive and shit, and they ass is like, "Yo, for the hive." I'm like, "What the fuck you doing, bro? I left the hive." Ah! Like, yeah, for the hive. That's the last thing I want. The bees like for the hive. So anyway, for the hive. So this is a screen bottom. I should have put the screen bottom under one of them, but I'll do that next time. So let's take this shit off. I left all my tools out there. Like I'm not take everything's out there on that thing right there. My smoker, everything out there. So still, and then done. Oh shit.
So now you
So
got to mark up your sheet just for your inspection.
Yeah, man, fuck that, man. That's what the white folks do. I don't do it. I was going to do it. If you have help, it's easy, man. But I'm trying to
JB said, "The hell with that. I'm gonna remember next time."
I found
I
my
remember
queen
what I
bee.
saw. I ain't gotta mark shit.
yeah, yeah, because they want like I saw a brood. You know, and you guys saw a brood. Like Daphne called out a brood. I saw larvae in all stages and eggs. So I'm able to get all this shit off right now.
So from that first hive, was that for 3 weeks? That was good progress, right?
Man, that first hive, 4 weeks, right 4 weeks. That first hive is fucking kicking ass. I thought that was my weakest hive. I was like, man, that hive is. I'm gonna have to find some help for that hive. And I probably because I haven't really missed that hive as much. I'm gonna leave that other hive, that last hive. I'm gonna leave it alone for 2 weeks.
Mm,
I'll touch it probably. But that other hive, they're about to start making honey. They're ready.
yeah.
So they're ready. Whew. Oh gosh. Oh, I left my gate open out there. So let me go ahead. I look totally different. Hopefully they don't like, yo, there he is. Let's see. Uh,
I wonder if the neighbors was out there just peeping out the window, just looking at you, doing. It was like, look at them over there making these hives.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna give him a big jar of honey. Uh, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah. And at least they know they're not. The house probably won't get broken into because they're like, oh, he's not the type to break in the house. He bees. We were so concerned. I just kidding.
They say he's well spoken. He's well spoken. He don't break in houses.
It's about they talking to their wife. Talk about, honey, when was the last time you saw a beekeeper break in a house?
They're like, when was the last time you saw a black beekeeper breaking out? They're like,
That's what I was
we
Right.
never
thinking.
That's
saw
real
that. They're like,
first.
okay, we safe then.
Hey, you probably going viral on their Facebook page. You don't even know it.
You know, look at
You
it.
taking pictures and
Yeah,
posting.
yeah, under the hashtag. Look at this ninja. Hashtag. Look at this ninja.
Hashtag black beekeeper.
Nah, they gonna put a hashtag. Look at this ninja.
Right.
That way you can put anything on there. But yeah. So damn, it's 6 o'clock. All right, so let me get my ass out of here. What we got here? Look, laying pattern was solid on both of them. High temperature was calm. Queen found yes on the one. I look at boot cell. Yep. Lava, pulpate cap. Yep. I have all that. Eggs on all of them. Yep. Queen cells present. Uh, no. I had a cat open. Yeah. Well, yeah, open, but they weren't so open. Food storage volume. That's good. Hive interior condition. Not excessive pulpits. Normal odor. Equipment. Nope. Hive
We
condition.
get that checklist from Jonathan.
Oh, here's right here. Um, just whatever. Guys, I got a little what you call it at the end because I had the thing down there, but there it is right there. Um, this group I'm in. Hive, exterior condition, pest presence, no pest, disease, no disease. I didn't have to no medication. I didn't have to do no manipulation. I have a feeder on there, a queen excluders on there. That's it. This if I done this, if it looks pretty good. It all checked out real well. It all checked out real well.
Is that checklist something for you, or is that something you had to turn in?
It's for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna lie, that was pretty interesting to watch though. I ain't never seen nobody really kind of just, you know what I mean, go through a whole
Yeah.
hive. Yeah.
Yeah. I always wanted to do it, and I got to thank Tony Rodriguez because Tony Rodriguez, he's been like, like real key and helped me out with this shit because without Tony Rodriguez, I wouldn't have been able to do this shit at all.
So you've
Check.
been wanting to do that prior to him showing that
Yeah,
to you,
yeah, yeah,
John?
yeah, yeah. 1 second, guys. Yep. Trying to, because I'm hot. I'm just trying to shake some air on my what you call it because it's hot. So anyway, Tony Rodriguez, what was that? What's the fuck? Sorry about that. Tony Rodriguez was the he hell. I remember when I was transporting the bees, I went like 2 hours away. Like I said, the bees are like 250 for a box, and so this guy, he's like, I ordered them. I'm telling you, bro. We get it every time. We get it everywhere. We get it everywhere because I was in Daphne. Daphne, are you here?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. So yeah, we get it everywhere. So I went to get the bees. All of a sudden, the guy gave me a box and it opened up. Boom, the bees were open, and I'm like, the fuck. And I'm driving. I pull over, and the whole back of my truck is like the bees came out, and I'm like, oh shit. And so
Oh my God, yeah.
So I turned back around. I went back like, yo, and it was raining. You know, you don't fuck with bees in the rain, but I was like, yo, dude. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. He didn't speak English. He spoke Ukrainian or Russian or some
Yeah.
shit like that. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta get a banana. Oh fuck, I'm not eating a banana on camera. So, I just thought about that.
You made
You
me
got Russian
laugh.
bees?
Right. So anyway, I don't know Italian or Russian. I ain't even asking. But yeah. But anyway, dude, dude actually
Damn, bro, don't choke, bro.
Hey,
God
you choking that
damn.
off the screen, bro. You know you could have
nah,
broke it up
I
and
did
just
He over there choking off screen and shit.
no, I mushed them up. No, they're mushed up. They're mushed up. They're mushed up. So I'm not
We
choking.
would have never thought anything of it. It's just funny now.
So anyway, so anyway, I actually went back and he had to redo it. So he redid it and gave me new boxes. And I was like, okay, great. Now, here's the deal. I was buying them right here in town. And the guy, 250. So I call him up like, hey, I want some bees. He's like, all right. And so then all of a sudden, he never called me and said the bees are ready. So this woman from the bee club reached out to me and said, hey, have you gotten your bees yet? And I was like, no, I haven't. And she said, Ray has the guy I'm buying them from Ray, has a spare nuke. I'm like, spare nuke. So I reached out to Ray, like, yo, Ray, I want to buy that nuke, 250. Ray was like, um, someone's supposed to come picking it up. I said, okay, no problem. I'll let you know. Then he goes, I don't have any more. I sold it. You want to order some? They gave me two of them. So he goes, I'll on my next order. So I was like, all right. So fuck it, because I had ordered them before. He never got them. So then I see, I'll take one. I'll take one. Excuse me. The second time I said I'll take one. So anyway, I found this guy over in Pennsylvania, like 150 miles away, and he's like, "Yeah, come get them. $180 each or whatever. So I'm saving $70 on 'em. I said, "Yo, I tell you what, give me two for 300." He's like, "Yeah, all right, great." Boom, I saved $200. So I said, "I'll go grab them." So I went and I drove out and I got them. So anyway, I get them. I told you at the what's called the bees getting out. So now when I finally get them home, I leave them in the truck overnight. Come out, they're fine. Boom, I put them in the hive. All right, so now they're in the hive. They're doing their thing, whatever. This guy Ray, he hits me up like, "Yo, the bees are in," and I say, Ray, I'm sorry, I went and bought bees already, right?" Then he's like, "Oh, here's you ordered two, didn't get them, and then you ordered another one, and now you didn't get that." I'm like, "Yo, Ray," I said, "Look, Ray, I wanted to say, no, motherfucker, you never told me that the two was in. I was waiting for them, and then I was told that you had one left, okay, and I said, okay, I'll take it. I called you up, you told me I didn't explain that. Oh shit, let me get this bee out." So anyway, this bees right here. You guys see that? This is why, right there. You see her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt her.
See y'all, John's a gentle giant.
So anyway, and this she wouldn't sting me either. I could actually probably put her on my hand and she wouldn't sting me. Okay, because there's nothing to be afraid of. All right, so boom. All right, so anyway, what happened? Turn this thing around. So anyway, so I was like, look. So he goes, first you order two, you didn't get them, and then you order one, you didn't get them. Like I'm like, what? So I'm like, he's trying to play me. And I said, okay, you know what, Ray? Let me get a hive, and I'll reach back out to you, man. To get the milk. He's like, no thanks, I'll pass. And I thought about it. I'm like, the fuck is he talking about? No thing, I'll pass. And I said, oh, this motherfucker think I want something for free. Yeah, I think Daphne was right there, right, Daph? And I was like, I showed that Daph. What is this? Guy thinks I want some. I don't know, man. People just look at us sort of crazy, like we're trying to. I'm like, bro. I said that wasn't a question. I said it wasn't. Let me get a high. Like, hey, like let me get a whole hive. I said it was a statement. There was no question mark after that. It was a, what you call it. And I was gonna buy them just to buy it and open and buy a third hive just so you wouldn't be out there telling the other white folks that I stiffed you, basically.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it was. So, because I don't want anyone going around saying, "Oh, he ordered bees and never got them."
Right.
So, so I saw, but he told me no thanks. I'll pass. Well, I said, but since you said you'll pass, that's fine. He's been reaching out to me like the last couple of days, like, "Hey, are you gonna come get the nuke? Are you gonna come get the nuke? Fuck out of here!" All right, bro. When you made it seem like I was asking for something for free, like I was a charity case, you lost me with that one. But anyway, these bees are cool. They're great. That's all I gotta say. Um, so two, you got the room.
I told y'all JB was white. Y'all thought I bullshit.
Rubbing off.
I told y'all
Rubbing off.
he enjoy other activities.
So nah, bro. No, I just like adventure, bro.
No,
This
that's
is this.
dope. No, that beat thing is dope, bro. Like watching you do that was fire. That was
Nah,
fire.
it's even more fire doing it yourself. All you guys ought to take it up. I'm gonna be honest with you. Beekeepers live longer than anyone. Did you guys know that?
Tell us why.
Because it's so
Live more.
cool. I don't
Mhm.
No, but
They
I was
say
trying
that
to say earlier some things about the honey. I don't think people know is like honey
The
is
first of all, yep, the honey's a big thing. Um, the frequency, the high frequency, all that right there. When you're around it, you hear it. You know, like you get relaxed and you hear it. I don't pay too much attention to it yet because I'm still like in that new phase. But as I get more relaxed around the bees, some
right.
people and the smell of the hive as well. People put holes in their hive and put tubes in there and put a screen up and they sniff the hive smell.
What does it
Um,
smell like? It smell like honey?
mm-mm. And it smells different things. If you start smelling banana, get the hell away from it because if it smells like banana, that means they're about to attack your ass.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so don't take a banana over there and don't. Yeah, the banana smell. Yeah, if you smell something smell like bananas, they're in attack mode. That's a pheromone to let everybody know that attack.
Well,
How
that's
long does
interesting.
it take for them to produce honey? We were asking questions, but you couldn't hear us.
Um, um, takes a while. They go out, they get the nectar. The one bee goes. Bees, a whole bunch of worker bees. Okay, hopefully that hive gets up to about 40,000 bees. Okay, 40,000 bees is a strong bee colony, and the laying pattern is good. Uh, but what happens is, wow. They go out there, they grab the nectar, and then they come back, and while they're on their way back, their stomach is already breaking it down, starting the process of turning it to honey. They take it, they have a honey belly as well as a regular belly. They put it in their honey belly. They come back, they hand it off from their mouth to another worker bee, and that worker bee puts it in her honey belly. And then that the worker bee that brought it in goes back out and start foraging for more nectar. That worker bee goes into a cone, and they start putting it into a cone. And while they're in the cone, they're they're fanning it to dehydrate it. Okay, the nectar to take the moisture out. And once it gets to below like 18 or whatever, 17, 18%, they cap it. That's when it's become honey, and you're able to go ahead. Yeah, well, you can eat it as nectar as well, but that's how they do it.
No, that's so dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get. You know what? I got a couple deeps. I'm gonna put there. Hmm. My next inspection, I'm gonna replace some of those deeps. I just thought about that. I should have done that today.
I feel like I'm bee certified.
So yeah. So anyway, yeah. So now bees go out and they collect two things. They collect pollen and they collect nectar. Pollen is for bee bread. Okay, and they make bee bread. I saw bee bread in there, and they eat bee bread as well. Um, so they're getting ready for the winter. All right. Bees live for 6 weeks at the most. You know, right? But if the bees that's born in the fall, they live for 6 months. The spring bees are 6 weeks. The fall bees are 6 months. The queen lives for up to 5 years. And the only thing difference between the queen and the other bees is what they eat. Any bee can be born a queen if it's a female. All they have to do is keep giving it royal jelly. But anyway, I'm off. I gotta go.
Jonathan, didn't you say they put the